How do you guys balance out the volume from different locations?
No idea.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, I'm having a cocktail, so if it doesn't balance out, I may not notice.
Other people will pop on. Everybody's welcome. But why don't we get started? I think my brother-in-law Doug's going to start us off with a little quote, and then maybe we'll do some Bound for Glory in the key of G to start. Sound fair enough?
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is the extent of my my musical contribution. So this is a quote by Woody Guthrie. I could see men of all colors bouncing along in the boxcar. We stood up, we lay down, we piled around each other. We used each other for pillows. I could smell the sour and bitter sweat soaking through my own khaki shirt and breeches and the work clothes. We looked like a gang of lost corpses heading back to the boneyard. Hot in the September heat, tired, mean, and mad, cussing and sweating, raving and preaching. Part of us waved our hands in the cloud of dust and hollered out to the whole crowd. Others too weak, too sick, too hungry, or too drunk to even stand up. The train was a highball and had the right of way. Our car was a Rough Rider, called by hobos a flat wheeler. I was riding at tail end when I got more dust but less heat, excuse me. The wheels were clipping it off about 60 miles an hour. About all I could hear above the raving and cussing and the roar of the car was the jingle and clank on the other side every time the wheels went over a rail joint. I guess 10 or 15 of us guys were singing. This train don't carry no gamblers, liars, thieves, or big shot ramblers. This train is bound for glory. This train.
So feel free to play along and sing along and grab a verse if you know one or sing it together with me. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Don't carry nothing but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no gamblers. This train don't carry no gamblers. This train don't carry no gamblers, liars, thieves, or big shot ramblers. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no liars. This train don't carry no liars. This train don't carry no liars. Shoot, stream, lying, big not flyer. This train is bound for glory. This train. Anybody got a verse?
This train don't carry no comment. This train don't carry no comment. This train don't carry no comment. No wheeler dealers here and gone. And this train carry no comment.
This train don't carry no smokers. This train don't carry no smokers. This train don't carry no smokers. To be liars, small town jokers. This train is bound for glory. This train don't carry no rustlers. This train don't carry no rustlers. This train don't carry no rustlers. Sidewalk walkers, two-bit hustlers. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train, well, this train is bound for glory. Don't carry nothing but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Bravo.
So the idea is that if you can sing together or if you're ready to jump in with the tune, feel free to do so. Anybody got one? Freddie, you want to take it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Let me ask you something. So when I jumped in with a verse, did that work?
That worked perfectly.
All right, great. Because we can't really play together because everybody's buffers are different, but it's nice to know that it sort of works, you know?
And I don't think Woody could play together anyway. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
And you know what? I hate to say it. It didn't record right at the beginning. So if I could just jump in here for a second and repeat what I said briefly. We're at Mount Zion Episcopal Church in Somers, New York, a National Register site. And we are at the 17th annual Woody Guthrie Hootenanny. I should preface that by saying my background is Mount Zion Church. This is a virtual concert. We've done it for 17 years and we didn't want this year to go unnoticed. So we're doing it virtually and hope everybody enjoys it. And if you want to join in, just speak up. So I throw it back to you, Fred. Fred Gillen from the Hudson River Valley here.
Thanks. And thanks for the reading of the opening of Bound for Glory before. That was great. During this COVID thing, I think a lot about where our food comes from. And this is a song about that. It's called Deportees. Well, the crops are all in and the peaches are rotten. The oranges are piled in their creosote dungs. They're flying them back to the Mexican border to pay all their money the way back again. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. Oh, they will call you Deportees. Well, my father's own father waded that river. He took all the money he made in his life. My brothers and sisters can't work in the fruit tree. Rode that truck till they took down and died. Some of us are illegal, some are not wanted. Our work contract's out and we have to move on. 600 miles to that Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you Deportees. We died in your hills and we died in your desert. We died in your valley and we died in your plains. Oh, we died beneath your trees and beneath your bushes, both sides of the river. We died just the same. Oh, the sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. Fireball of lightning that shook all the hills. Who are these friends all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they are just deportees. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. Won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. Oh, they will call you Deportees. Well, is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruits? To fall like dry leaves and rot on the topsoil. Be called by no name except deportee. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita, adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. We won't have your name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you be deportee.
All right.
That's beautiful.
So, Grace, how was it there in the church? I think, you know, Woody would have been 108 years old. I think that's probably the temperature in that church.
I am pretty sure it's 100. Yeah, it's been,
Lucky.
well, you know, when I think back of the years we've been there, Fred too, you know, there were a couple years ago that we had so many fans going and, you know, the windows open as best we could. It kind of makes you think what it was like to really attend church there in the summertime. I guess that's the good side of it. The upside of it is that it's a historic building, and when you're in there without air conditioning and all the other accoutrements, not lights, it is electrified for security purposes, but you really get the sense of what it must have been like to attend church there. Yeah, I bet it was about over 100 degrees there now, but hey, we're strong. We made it. We're here.
That's it. We haven't missed you. This is year number 17 at the church. I think year number 18 for me and Fred. This is where I met Fred. I did the first year. I did a kind of impromptu thing up at a place called the Boondog Cafe in Brewster.
Oh,
And
wow.
the only person who showed was this guy who had hair like me, and I kind of had hair like him. And we became friends. And I guess that means we've been friends for about 18 years, Fred. So that's kind of hard to believe.
Wow. That's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
I'm trying to get an idea. I'm scrolling down. Does anybody want to jump in with a tune before we?
What about, is your sister going to sing? I know she just is a new mom.
I know, but that won't stop her.
I don't want to put her on the spot at all, just because I just did.
Practice singing to a video. She's been.
I'm not even going to try to. At least introduce us. At least introduce us, okay?
This is Cole,
Aw, hi, Cole.
6 weeks old. This is his first Hootenanny.
Oh.
Hi, Cole.
Hi, Cole.
All right, we'll try this even with the delay. Dad's over there. He can help you out a little bit if I'm lagging behind. What's the name of the song, Christine?
I ain't got no home.
You ain't got no home.
5, Capo 5? Or I thought you were singing this in your home.
Yeah. I ain't got no home, just a rambling around, just a wandering worker. I go from town to town, and the police make it hard wherever I may go. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Brothers and my sisters are stranded on this road, a hot and dusty road that a million feet have trod. The rich man took my home and he drove me from my door, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Was a farming on the shares, and always I was poor. The crops I lay in to the banker's store. My wife took down and died upon the cabin floor, and I ain't got no home I've been working, mister, since the day I was born. And I worry all the time, like I'd never done before. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. As I look around, it's mighty plain to see this world is such a great and funny place to be. Oh, that gambling man, he's rich, and that working man is poor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Ain't got no home in this world anymore.
Beautiful.
Good job.
That was.
I tried to lay back there. I wasn't sure how far behind or ahead of where I might have been.
So Rachel, you got to pick your song too.
I think did Lila or Darla want to sing something? I think my niece is going to jump in and sing soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
All the way from Ohio.
All the way from Ohio.
Wow. You know what, Scott? How about everybody introduces themselves and says the musicians, particularly where they're from and a little bit of, you know.
If you haven't already introduced yourself, unmute and tell us something about yourself. See Pat over there. Pat, you going to sing something tonight? I see Jeff. Jeff might sing a song. Any other? I got to scroll. Adam is here. Anybody want to mute and?
Hi everyone. I'm not going to be singing tonight, but I can't wait to hear Lila sing, and everyone's been so amazing so far. Hi Christina, how are you?
Hi, Em. How are you?
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm very thank you. I'm very glad you guys are doing this. It's very nice to meet you. Yes.
Adam.
Thanks.
All right.
Your nephew just introduced himself via trumpet, Scott.
Oh yeah. All right. We're doing so we can really sing anything tonight. You could sing a Pete Seeger song, you sing a Woody song, you could just sing a song that they sang, you could sing a Beatles, whatever you want to sing. If you feel like singing something, I think the spirit of it is that you should probably sing it. So this is a song that Pete Seeger used to do, I think, early on. What's it called, you girls? What's the song called?
I'm just gonna sing Erie Canal.
Okay. You want me to play it behind you? You're gonna sing it a cappella, or you want me to try
I think I'm just gonna sing it a
Why don't you tell
cappella.
them where you are?
Okay. Wait, what?
Tell them where you are. Tell them where everyone.
Hi, I'm Lila, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
But where are you originally from? Tell them.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a mule, and her name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We'd hauled some barges in our day, filled with lumber, coal, and hay. We know every inch on the way from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, yeah, we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, and you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal.
Good job.
That was great.
Thanks.
Let's
Good job, Lila.
see. Papa, you there? You want to do something, Papa?
I'll do a song.
All right.
My one and only song right now.
I'll let you go out so I'm not behind you. You got it?
All right.
What song are you gonna sing?
California Stars.
Excuse me. Where are
Where
you
you from?
from?
Oh, I'm from, not California. I'm from Somers, New York. Born, well, not born, but raised there since age 3.
Class
So-
of.
69.
All right.
The
Okay.
first graduating class from that high school, from the new high school.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another down.
I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd like to lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd love to feel your hand touching mine and tell me why I must keep working on this. I give my life to lay my head tonight on a bed of California stars. I like to dream my troubles all away on a bed of California stars. Jump from my starboard and make another day underneath my California stars. They hang like grapes on vines that shine, and the warm love is over their wine. I give this world's dream a dream with you on a bed of California stars. I like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I like to lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I love to feel your hand touching mine and tell you why I'm always walking on. Yes, I give my life to lay my head tonight on a bed of California stars. Thank you.
Very nice.
Oh, you want to Papa?
What did I do with my view here?
I don't know if you saw, but Johnny was up there. So. Oh, where's Johnny?
John was here for a little while. He might come back and sing a song.
Where's Johnny
You
Boy?
guys are on the move. Jake's got his drum set set up over here when we go to do our rock numbers later. How about a Union song?
Sure. Teachers are in the store. You want to hear?
Just want to say, if anyone's got any requests, you can either put it in the chat or put on Facebook.
Chat's disabled.
What, Facebook?
Chat is disabled.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see if I can fix that.
Tell me, you want to sing a song?
All right, you're gonna see if you can do that, Grace. We'll keep going. Is that okay?
Yeah, keep going.
So this is Union Made in the key of D. There once was a Union maid who never was afraid of the goons and the ginks and the company freaks and the Germany sheriff that made the raid. She went to the Union Hall where the meetings all were called, and when the Legion boys came down, she always stood around. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh no, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. This union maid was wise to the tricks of the company spies. She wouldn't be fooled by the company stool. She always organized the guys. She always got away. Work struck for higher pay. She'd show her card to the National Guard, and here's what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, no, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. You girls who want to be free, just take a tip from me. Find you a man who's union man and join the ladies' auxiliary. Well, married life ain't hard if you got a union card. A union man doesn't have money if you got a union wife. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, no, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, no, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. Something like that. Right.
I'm trying to resolve the chat feature, but if you want, until I figured out, I'm a little nervous about scrolling around here. So if you want to request a song, just give it a shout out, and I'm going to keep checking here. I just don't want to lose anything because I can be technologically challenged here.
I see there's one.
That works now.
Oh, good. Sorry.
Freddie, how about some peace call?
Oh, sure. People's Key. Open your heart to the paradise, to the peace of heavenly angels. Takes away that woeful shadow dancing on your wall. Look to the skies of peace, oh friend, peace from the one great spirit. Get ready for the bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming round my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder while my bugle calls for peace. Thick war clouds will throw their shadows, darkening the world around us. But in my life of peace, those dark illusions fall. Keeping the sun and look around in the face of peace and plenty. Get ready for the bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming round my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder while my bugle calls for peace. I'm gonna skip a verse. I'll clear my house of the weeds of fear, and I'll turn to the friends around me. With my life of peace, I will greet you one and all. I will work, I'll fight, I'll sing and dance of peace and the youthful spirit. Get ready for the bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugles sounding, roaming round my land, my city and my town. Please, 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 I can hear the voices ringing louder while my bugle calls for peace. Get ready for the bugle call of peace.
That's beautiful.
Woody Guthrie.
Hey, Fred, can you tell us a little bit about that song, the lyrics, if you can, about, I mean, we heard them obviously, but I mean, the background, you know, about how we wrote it and also about the poster behind you?
Oh, well, this behind me, this is a painting that my wife, Peg Taylor, did of Woody Guthrie. And I own a recording studio called Woody's House, and there's a little, what used to be a window that's filled in with plywood. So she made this painting just that size to fit there. As far as that song goes, I don't know too much about the writing of it, but what I do know is that it was, you know, either the music was written by, or maybe it was just arranged by Eliza Gilkison. And the original lyric sheet, according to Nora Guthrie, it said peace 7 times instead of 3. I don't know what the meter of that was or how in the heck it possibly worked. I've written a lot of songs in 7/4 time, so I'm kind of fascinated by 7s, but I never really heard how that worked. But I do know that Nora kind of mentioned a conspicuous number of times to me that there were 7 pieces in there and not 3.
No.
I don't know.
It's always fun to hear this, you know, like the behind the story, if you know it a little bit. And Nora is, for the audience that doesn't know, Nora is Nora Guthrie. Is that Woody's granddaughter or daughter?
Daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah. She's Arlo's sister, Arlo Guthrie's sister.
And they're here in the Hudson Valley?
Nora is in Mount Kisco in Westchester.
Okay. And you're in?
I am in Croton-on-Hudson, which has a bit of history as well, because Lee Hayes lived in Croton-on-Hudson. And basically, I do know that Woody Guthrie probably was up at Lee Hayes's house, you know, some amount of times. I don't know how many, but he was definitely up there at some point. And, you know, I don't know what year Lee Hayes bought the house in Croton, but it's quite possible that Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes co-wrote a couple of things up there as well. So Croton's tied into this thing a little bit too, this folk music, you know, in this area. Because people don't realize that Woody Guthrie was a New Yorker for about half of his life.
Wow.
So, you know, he grew up in Oklahoma and Texas, but he came to New York, you know, as a young man. And he went to California first, but then he came to New York, and he loved New York. He really fell in love with New York. So that's why the family somewhat ended up here.
And I don't mean to turn this into an interview, but I guess I am in a mini, it's sort of a way. How did you get involved with what Woody Guthrie music, and Scott too, and anybody out there? What was the driving force that really turned you to Woody, as we're celebrating his birthday too?
So for me, it started with, you know, really Bob Dylan turned me on to Woody Guthrie in high school. And I recognized the opening passage that was read before from Bound for Glory, because at a time in my life when I was young, when I didn't have any hope, I read that book, Bound for Glory, and something in that book gave me hope. I really identified with those people. So that was my intro. But then years later, you know, as I was kind of switching from rock and roll over to folk music a little bit, this radio guy that had me on his radio show, Frank Mathias, who's a great historian of blues music, and he's just written a book. He had me on his radio show, and Anna Canoni, Nora Guthrie's daughter, who introduced Scott and I, she was looking for people to play a Hootenanny at a record store next door to the Woody Guthrie publications office. It turns out that really her agenda was she was trying to keep the bookstore open. I mean, the record store. She was wanting to bring a bunch of people to the record store and have a big party and turn people on to it, try to keep them alive. But yeah, so she called and I found myself, and I was like a little kid screaming after I hung up the phone. I was like, oh my God, that was Woody Guthrie's granddaughter.
Hey, woohoo!
And of course we became friends and and all of that. And eventually 18 years ago, I guess, she introduced me to Scotty. And I think that perhaps the best thing in all of this, such of an influence as Woody Guthrie has had on me, and getting to sing Woody Guthrie songs in Nepal and all these other things, and getting to be friends with Pete Seeger, all of that is great. But the best thing that happened because of the Guthrie family was I met Scott Urgola. That was the best thing. I'm so freaking proud of this guy. He's grown up because he was like 20 when I met him.
I know, he's a little boy. He's all grown up, like they say in Rugrats, right?
Yeah.
That's what a great story. That's great. Scott, so how'd you get into this?
How did I get into this? Kind of, well, actually, this picture here, I have this frame. This was a news clipping from I don't know, I guess it was a journal news at that time. And they had an article probably around that time, like 19, 20 years ago. And I had seen it, and I read the article, and I was kind of interested in it. And I just started listening to Woody songs, however you listen to them at that time. Maybe I got a CD from the library or something like that. And through that, I, kind of just got immersed in folk music, and met Woody's granddaughter, Anna, at some sort of a function, who kind of brought me to meet Fred. And also I had to do an internship my senior year of college, and they offered for me to come down and transcribe some of Woody's lyrics. So I got to know the family a little bit better that way, and had the first Hootenanny, and got to meet some more people through that. So it was a really cool adventure, and it kind of got me out of the rock realm and into the folk realm, and I kind of haven't turned around since.
We're pretty happy that both of you did that.
But a good segue for that is that in terms of my son John here, he wants to sing a song, but he's not going to sing a Woody Guthrie song. He might sing one or two, but he wants to sing a Beatles song.
Okay.
What Beatles song?
We love music.
Well, one of my favorites now.
Okay, what's it called? It's a song that probably Woody Guthrie could have wrote.
Well, it's Octopus in the Garden.
Octopus is Garden. You want to sing it with me, or you want to sing it by yourself? What do you think? Okay. Who's Jake's over there? We have a major problem. The pick fell into his guitar, and I think this is the first time he's experienced this problem.
Okay, here.
Okay.
That's a good mom. Get your pick out of your
When you say he fell into his guitar, you don't mean metaphorically.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Johnny.
Ready?
I'd like to be on a double sea in an octopus you let us in, nowhere you've been, in an octopus's garden, in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see my octopus's garden with me. The pussy's gone in the shade. Lucy knows what I do in and out. Pussy's gone in the shade.
Last time, ready?
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus is going with.
Good job. Good job. You gonna just come back and sing another one in a little while?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I see some musicians that I know have checked in. I see Kevin. Did you just wave to me? Kevin Zimmerman is my brother-in-law who's in Cedar Grove. Kevin, you want to unmute yourself? Can you?
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, I got it.
So
Hello, all.
Kevin, Scott, Fred.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Kevin.
meet you,
I don't mean
Scott.
I don't jump in, but I don't know. Musicians, do your magic. Talk. Don't let us.
I more or
Well,
less
this
follow
Curly.
a lead. I more or less follow a lead. I got keyboard. So
How about this one in the rambling round your city, rambling round town. I never see a friend I know while I go rambling round, while I go rambling round. I'm living my own time. I'm out to do the best I can as I go round and round, as I go round and round. The peach trees, they are loaded, their leaves are bent. I pick them up a bit on out of fork as I go round and round, as I go round and round. Sometimes the road is right and falls down on the ground. There's pumpkin loud as I go round and round, as I go round. Ain't no place.
it's a little iffy on the audio. A little hard to follow along.
Yeah.
It's in and
Sorry.
out. That's all right.
Don't mean to put you guys all on the spot, but I am. So Kevin, tell us a little bit about what you do and where you're from, and then also Scott, Patty's here. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm Grace's brother-in-law, and I see my brother Jeff in the screens too. Hi, Jeff. Hey. Well, I'm in Cedar Grove, Wisconsin now. Came here via Sheboygan, Wisconsin, after Omaha, after Detroit, Michigan. So, moved around much longer ago. But
Wait, you kind of missed a state there.
well, yeah. My wife and Kim and I lived part-time in Kailua Kona, Hawaii between 2013 and 2017. So I had the chance to meet a lot of Hawaiian musicians there, listened to a lot of slack key music and traditional stuff, and played with a number of different groups along the west coast of the Big Island. And yeah, it was quite the experience. Learned a lot. I wrote a lot of music during that, and moved back to Cedar Grove again in 2017. So here I am. I've been a musician since I was 3, played in bands since I was 15, so yeah.
Didn't mean for that to be an interview, but again,
There
it's
it
all
is.
we're just going with the flow here. Scott, I throw it back to you. Patty's here.
Hi, Pat.
Or Pat.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just trying to finish off dinner. Hang on.
Okay, what are you making?
I'm sorry.
Unstuffed cabbage. No, I'm sorry, unstuffed peppers, but I'm just putting some sauce into it. So when we're done, we're going to have unstuffed peppers for dinner.
Oh, are we gonna have birthday cake?
Oh, you know what? I didn't get the cake this year, but I did mention it. I did mention to several of the friends. I said I'm the one who started bringing the cake. And my favorite story was when Woody turned 100. I went to get the cake from Stop and Shop, and I asked them, would they please write "Happy 100th Birthday, Woody" on the cake. I'm putting the cake in my carrot shopping cart, and this man comes down the aisle with his son. Now, this is an adult child. They looked at me, looked at the cake, and said, "Well, God bless Woody." I said, "Thank you." Woody's been for a number of like, don't get, just say thank you very much. I have a great time at the party. Thank you. I'm sure we will. And left it there without trying to explain that the man's been gone for a number of years. But I thought, Ben, you need to know that. But he looked at this cake and he thought this was incredible that I had this cake for a man who was 100.
Hey, it could have been, you know.
Well, there'll be a time when we can all get together. Maybe we can do it before next year if it's possible. We'll have a cake and, you know, have a toast and in person.
Sure.
You're not off the hook for the cake, Patty, just saying.
It's okay. I'm always good for a cake.
Yeah.
This is great. This is my wife, Rachel.
I pop in and out in between the points. Hi. So this is called "You and I." And the words were by Woody Guthrie and the music by Jonathan Bruck. You are my high road, I am your low road, I am your city, and you are my town. I am your northland, and you are my southland. I am your teardrops, and you are my cloud. You are my bright fire, you are my high prize. I am your fingers, you are my hand. You are my sunshine, I am your starlight. You are my woman, I am your man. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. You are my firefly, I am your nighthawk. You are my dance, and I am your song. You are my canyon, and I am your cliff rock. We are the right, and we are the wrong. I am your midnight, midnight, dark night. I am your heaven, I am your hell. You are my dreams, and you are my visions. I live in sickness, you live in bells. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. Take it, Jake. Jacob. When I, you and I, you and I, you and I. I kiss your wild winds, you kiss my rainstorms. I kiss your flowers, and you fill my veins. I'll be your tall dream, you be my clear thinker. You kiss my future, and I'll kiss my past. You be my wings spread, I'll be your high head. You be my apple, and I'll be your plum. You be my work day, I'll be your always. I'll be your stiff wind blowing you home. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. 'Cause you are the sound of myself in the night. You are my ocean, you are my heart. You are the sound of myself in the night that calls to myself like I'm lost in the dark. My tangled world, my lostness, my foundness. You are my ocean, you are my heart. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I.
That's great.
All right.
It's like a parrot, unrehearsed. He just picks up a little.
Hey, that's
It's the best kind.
Fred, Kevin, you guys want to play something? Not necessarily together, but I mean,
Kevin, you haven't really played one yet. You wanna?
Kevin's still there?
If not, I'll play one. But if Kevin's there, he should play one.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll tell you what, let me do something real quick here. It'll take just a minute to get something set up. I do a lot of my songs. They sort of get written while I perform, or I record an idea and I just build it around that and never redo it. But sort of more along the lines, since we're looking at Woody Guthrie, I've got something that goes a little bit more in his era. And it's actually on an ukulele. Of course, being in Hawaii, I had to learn ukulele. Everybody has to play ukulele. So I taught myself. That was in, let's see, 2008 I picked it up. So I have a 12-string.
Wow. Nice.
And had lots of friends that have performed many numbers on guitar, and I was always on keyboards. Felt, well, in a rock and roll band, that was sort of second place. Everybody wanted to be the guitar guy out front. Of course, this isn't a guitar either. But anyway, what I'm going to do is play along with a number that, of course, I recorded perfectly after all the editing, and I'm pretty good at playing along with it. Doesn't sound bad having two. It's like being in choir. You always feel better with somebody else singing alongside you. So this is actually a little rag that I wrote, and I called it Ukulele Slacker. So something you don't hear out of an ukulele too often.
A lot of strings. You got more strings than guitar there too, I think. So.
Yeah, 8 of them.
Very cool. That fits right in.
That was really a 16-string ukulele.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the other me covered up for the mistakes of the live me.
But you only had to tune 8 at a time, which is great.
Yeah, the problem is keeping up with myself.
I can relate to that.
Grace, did you have something of the church you wanted to share? Was there a further video you wanted to?
Oh, maybe later.
Okay.
I'd rather hear you guys play.
Right.
I'd rather hear you and Fred and anybody else play.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know if you ever even heard this yet, but this song that Lisa Gutkin co-wrote with Woody.
What's that called?
What is this world gonna do? Have you heard that?
I don't know it.
All right, I'll play it. Let me play that.
Wow, lyrics sound very appropriate.
Yeah, this song is a song that Lisa Gutkin took Woody's lyrics and wrote the music, and you'll see there's a verse that Lisa wrote, that's more current. This time last year, exactly this time, I was in Nepal with Lisa. We were playing a bunch of concerts in Nepal, and we played some Woody Guthrie co-writes. So, but yeah, this is pretty appropriate. So this is written by Lisa Gutkin and Woody Guthrie. I read the paper and the paper said the war clouds rolling overhead. Too many years that the war clouds roll. What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? This world is called a funny place, a world of sorrow and disgrace. It's a world of love and happiness too. But what is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What makes this world march into war? What is it they are fighting for? How many must die for the crimes of a few? Who will rise up to lead you right? Who will lead you through the night? Who will free you from your greed and lead you through? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? Your fracking rumbles through the land, breaks many an honest man. From sweetheart, wife, and children too. What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? Your pesticides fly like a blight. The bees meander day and night. This chemical war, what are we fighting for? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What makes this world march into war? What is it they are fighting for? How many must die for the crimes of you? Who will rise up to lead you right? Who will lead you through the night? Who will free you from your greed and lead you through? What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? Your hate like thunder rolls along. The bullets lay down the brave and strong. But the soldiers never truly know why, who is fighting who. What is this world gonna do? What is this world gonna do? What makes this world march into war? What is it they are fighting for? How many must die for the crimes of a few? rise up, lead you right? Who will lead you through the night? Who will free you from your greed and lead you through? What is this world gonna do? 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 I read the paper and the paper says
Wow. Wow.
Is that's fairly new, Fred? I've never heard it before.
so that that was you know, one of those lost lyrics that Nora had given to the Cosmatics, and they didn't use it.
Okay.
Lisa had it, you know, she had it in her notebook and was kicking it around, and then she ended up writing that after the Cosmatics project. So I produced it. You know, she came over to the studio and we did it, and we did a video too out in the backyard here. And then she did some cool stuff in the video around New York. With this little sign that says, "What is this world going to do?" And she had a bunch of people hold it up and stuff. So yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty. And the interesting thing was, there's a bee verse, you know, about the bees. And when we were in Nepal last summer, there was this little girl that had been following us every time we went to Nepal named Preeti, and she's trying to start an environmental organization. And the name was like something like something that had bees in it. And like the bee is her like animal totem kind of. And so, you know, we played her that song. She was,
That's cool.
Wow. That,
yeah, so that's a new Woody Guthrie song, basically, 2012. Yeah.
that's very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. I got to learn a new Woody song tonight. That's. Is there a recording of it, Fred? Or
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay.
Or if you just look on YouTube, it's on there.
I was gonna say, is it on SoundCloud or YouTube or?
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube, and Lisa and I are singing it.
Okay.
So because of Woody Guthrie, some years back, it's about 15 years back almost, my buddy and I, Jared, we graduated from college and we decided that we'd go and see America. And we went all the way down to Florida, and then we went all the way out west. And I couldn't help but stop in Okemah, Oklahoma, because that's where Woody Guthrie was born. Now, for some people, that might not be a really big stop, but we spent about a week there, which I think my friend was like, what are we doing here? But you have to stick around Okemah for something to happen. So we marched around the woods and found the foundation of Woody's childhood home, and we got to sit there for a while and see the ruins. And after seeing what Elvis had in Graceland, it was kind of gave you some perspective of the difference of singers' homes and how they're memorialized. But they had the cool statue there and a mural. But it's kind of a one-horse town. There's like a very defined main street and a couple of offshoots. And there's this guy, Joel Raphael, who did like a lot of Woody songs. They co-wrote some of the songs and he covered some. And we ended up at this place called the Rocky Road Tavern, and we were in there having drinks with this old woman named Mickey, and we were drinking Coors Light in there, and we weren't getting drunk. And then she says, you know, you guys are drinking soda pop. The beer out there, for some reason, they lower the alcohol content so you could drink all night. And they don't want drunks running around the street. So we were about to head out, and the owner of the place, she says, you guys in town for a while? This guy is coming into play tomorrow night. We're going to have Catfish, and this guy Joel's playing. And I had a couple of his albums in the car, so we stuck around and got to see him. We spent the week in this crummy motel in Okemah, Oklahoma, and it was probably the best part of my trip. But they have a festival there every year. I don't know if they did it this year or not. Woody Guthrie Folk Festival. I imagine it kind of looked either something like this or it was outside with not many people. But this song's called Oklahoma Hills. I think Woody wrote it with his cousin. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was a co-write or something. We'll do it in the key of G. Many a month has come and gone since I rambled from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page my life has turned, many lessons I have learned, and I feel like in those hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. But as I sit here today, many miles I am away from the place I rode my pony in the drought, where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, I ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Now as I turn my life page to the land of the great old sage in those Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black oil rolls and flows and the snow white cotton grows in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on Indian Nation, ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Thank you.
Great. Kevin, you want to jump in? You guys are so quiet. Normally when, you know, you're in the same room, it's not so quiet. And
The Zoom platform.
I'm the quiet one.
I have to say, I think the Zoom brings out our true introverted natures.
I think you're right. You're
I
right.
think it does.
It does. Most musicians are introverts, really.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and the performing thing is like, oh crap, I gotta perform. You know? I mean, you do it because you got to do it to play, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't have that excuse. I'm not a musician, but I mean, yeah, I'm an introvert, and this is not one of my more comfortable settings. But I also have to say, Fred, your wife is extremely talented.
I'll tell her you said that.
I'm looking at that. That's just beautiful. That's just like. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. I feel like we're at a party, but not really. So anyway, I didn't mean to jump in there, Scott, but Kevin or Fred or anybody want to? We have people logging in and logging off all the time. I see some new faces and some, which is cool. Kevin, jump in.
I'm taking it all in.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
I could sing Pastures.
Yeah, okay. We could try. I'll try to. What do you play? E minor, or what do you play it in? Wherever you play.
E, like E. I guess it's E minor. Yeah, I'm in drop D, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of a minor chord. It's like a,
right.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, do it up.
And especially since Steve's not here, and you know Steve would be here, but he doesn't. I guess he doesn't have the bandwidth up there where he, you know, at his house. So, you know, he would definitely be here if he had the bandwidth for that.
Yeah, we can't forget to mention Steve is like a steady guy. He's always there. He's always there on the. You're looking at the stage on the left there with his dobro and.
Yeah, Steve Kirkman.
Yeah.
And you know, when we did the Clearwater revival, Steve couldn't do it because he didn't have enough bandwidth. So what I did is, well, they didn't do it live, so luckily, so I recorded it and then I had him send me a track and a little cut of video and we edited a thing. But yeah, you know, but I just feel like we have to play Pastures of Plenty. I think he wrote this, I think Woody Guthrie wrote this when he was at, you know, the Tennessee Valley Authority. So Woody Guthrie got a job he got hired by the Department of the Interior to go out to the project of the Grand Coulee Dam. And he camped out there for a month. They paid him $300 and he wrote about 30 songs. So he got about $10 a song. So it was pretty much like songwriting today, you know, in terms of publishing pay. But this was one of the songs that was in there and mushed in with these 30 songs he wrote in 30 days. And they actually used, I'm not sure, I think they used Roll on Columbia in the campaign, but they actually did these advertisements that they would run like at movie theaters, you know, as little shorts that were basically propaganda for keeping the program going. These WPA
And now you have like songwriters who will go and like say, I'm going to write 30 songs in 30 days. They sit and I'm going to do it just to like to challenge myself. Like Woody was just doing that as like a lifestyle thing. I think it was just.
Yeah. And he was doing it. He was doing it for the $300, really. Yeah. He was like,
"Oh man,
you pay me $300 to come across the country and write some songs," because that was a lot of money then, you know.
Yeah, what year was that roughly?
It was in the 30s. It was during the Depression.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it was when they were building all these public projects with the
WPA.
WPA. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a mighty hard road. My poor hands have hold. My poor feet have traveled a high, dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westward we rode. Your deserts were high and your mountains were cold. I worked in your orchards of peaches and prunes, slept on the ground in the light of your moon. The edge of the city, you'll see us, and then we come with the dust, and we go with the California, Arizona, I harvest your crops. It's north up to Oregon to gather your hops. Dig the beets from the ground, cut the grapes from your vine. Sit on your table, that white sparkling. Green pastures of blood from the dry desert ground, from the Grand Coulee Dam where the waters run down. Every state in this union of migrants and men become, and we go. It's really just one chord and then there's a 5 in there every once in a while. Well, it's always rearranged. That river and I, all along your green valley, I work until I die. I land, I defend, my life is to be my life. Yeah. It's great that we can all represent from our different places, but it's like you get itchy, like, oh man, I wish we were all in the room together. We could.
I know. I feel like it too. It's like, come on, can we? Like if we could just telepathically get, you know.
Yeah, it's all right.
But it's
another one of those rewrite Woody songs. I'm going to send this one out to Cole because he's the one who's probably born last year. This one's called I Was Born. How old are you, Cole? You're 5 weeks old yesterday? There he is.
Aw.
Your nephew. You lucked out not being in that church. I don't think you would have made it.
Yeah, yes, he did look up.
You might have been screaming in the cemetery over there.
There's
Our boy screaming in the cemetery over there?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, look at the baby. Oh.
All right. I was born at 1:30, almost 2 in the morning. I'm gonna go a little higher with this. I don't think I've ever played. I think Rachel usually sings this.
Oh, I do? Maybe
I was born at 12:30, almost 1 in the morning. I was born at 1:30, almost 2 in the morning. Now my birthday comes again. I don't know how old I am. 1:30 or 2 or 3, almost 4 in the morning. I was born at 4:30, almost 5 in the morning. I was born at 6:30, almost 7 in the morning. How old am I, you ask of me? 1 year younger than I used to be. 7:30, 8:30, almost 9 in the morning. I was born at 9:30, almost 10 in the morning. I was born at 10:30, almost 11 in the morning. Today my age is tweedledee. I'm prettier than I used to be. 11:30, 11:30, almost 12 in the morning.
Aw.
There you go, Cole. Even though you were born in the afternoon, still counts.
That's okay.
Thank you. You say thank you? You say beautiful song.
He's loving the music.
Oh.
We have it on the TV, so he's looking up at the TV. Cool.
I think maybe if we can all sing on this one, even if we're not in tune, it would be nice to sing this one together. And then even my son John, who's in the other room, doing what he's doing, building something with Legos or whatever he's doing, he might come in and sing. He sings this one every so often, but this is a good song for any time, but especially a good time for now.
I don't think Sandy's gonna sing.
You never know. He has the thumbs, right, Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah. The cat with the thumbs. He might give a thumbs up.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, John.
Hey.
Hi, buddy.
See this one?
Hi, Johnny.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome someday.
We'll walk hand in hand.
We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in our heart, we shall overcome. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall be free. We shall all be free. We shall all be free. We shall all be free. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. Deep in my heart, I believe we shall overcome someday.
What?
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Good job, Johnny.
Hey, boy.
Should we wave to everyone? Do you want to say something? What do you want to
Hey,
say?
buddy. Hi.
Johnny.
What's going? Say hi to Cole. You see your cousin?
Hi.
Says
Hey,
hi.
boy.
Making your Zoom debut.
Hi, John.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Papa T.
See your cousins there? You got all your cousins on
All
here.
your cousins. Yeah.
Not often you get them all in one place.
Isn't that cool?
Everybody
Uh-oh.
sounds good.
Say great job.
Good job, everyone.
And Papa's still awake over there, huh?
Yeah, still
That's all right.
Hootenanny with air conditioning.
Thanks, everybody. It was fun taking part. Thanks for the invite, Grace, and nice meeting everybody.
Nice meeting you too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Is there anything else
Lovely
you'd
evening.
like to sing, anybody? Some This Land Is Your Land, maybe?
Oh, you have to sing that one. That's the tradition. Well, they're all a tradition, but that one in particular. By the way, so you know, Doris wanted to be here and Patty Joe, but they had someone in their family isn't well, so they weren't able to be here tonight. But she sends her regards and wishes she was here.
I'll wave to them anyway. Maybe they'll do a rewatch. We'll tell them.
Yeah, maybe they will do a rewatch. But we have
Next year.
some new people here too, and
Thank
wow.
you for everybody coming and listening and participating. And
And if you send me your email, I forgot to tell you this little tidbit. We can't have birthday cake. We can't have refreshment. Well, we could, but we can't enjoy it together. but I have a little gift certificate from the local bakery for a cupcake for everybody. So I have to say, although I guess if you're not in town, that might be kind of tough, but
So if everyone wants to unmute and be part of this, that's fine. We have Johnny's over here on the recorder now, switching gears. So thanks for coming, and I hope that we're together next year in that hot church. It's not so bad with the windows open, and I really appreciate the Somerset Historical Society making this happen year after year and allowing us to use that beautiful space, and for Grace helping to facilitate this whole Zoom meeting and getting it up on Facebook and everything. So
the feeling's mutual. We couldn't do it without you, but I feel like we all bring the church to life with music and with Woody Guthrie music, and I can't think of a more fitting place to do it in a historic church in a rural town. So I think we need to celebrate ourselves, and everybody be well, be safe. We hope to see everybody, yes, next year in person. And
You have hair by
that works. You got the harmonica?
Anybody want to say anything? Fred, you want to say anything?
As Woody would say, take it easy, but take it.
I like that.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the Long Islands and Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that river of highway, I saw the road that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was you and me. I found and rambled and followed my footsteps through sparkling sands of her diamond desert, and all around me her voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from Redwood Forest to Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Take a solo, John. When sun came shining and I was strolling with wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, the fire was lifting, a voice went chanting. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That sign was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land is made for you and me. In the shadow of the steeple, I saw my people. Outside the reef office, I saw my people. As I stood there hungry, I stood there asking, is this land made for you and me? This land
This land was made.
Fred, you take the last one.
Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking down freedom's highway. Nobody living can make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Guthrie.
Happy birthday to Hootenanny.
Hey.
Okay, here comes the big whistle.
Well, thank you guys again. It was wonderful, very special. It's a unique year, a unique experience for us all, at least. And I hope everybody stays safe, stay well. And what were those words again, Fred? Those are great.
Take it easy, but take it.
There you go.
Words to live by.
Happy birthday, Woody.
Stay well, everyone.
Well, hey, yeah, hopefully we'll see you before next year.